wake up, please don't tell me it's the end. Reflections of the past, but the mirrors are smashed. I wear my shame on my hands. You look at my scars and you kiss me hard. Your eyes seem so certain. In a world full of doubt and the abandoned acting out, I ache for your confidence, but you walk a fine line, as now do I. But the thrill is worth the expense, and you won't let yourself be ignored, and you torture me because you're bored. I can't help but fall into the devil's arms again. This time when I wake up, please don't tell me it's the end.
Alyse Young. How are you, Alyse?
I'm great.
Alyse, where are you from? Where you grew up in Ville Platte, Louisiana?
Yes, I lived there for 2 years, and I also lived in Colorado whenever I was 9 and 10.
Okay, then where did you move after that?
We came back to Youngsville, Louisiana.
Okay. Did you live in Monroe ever?
Yes,
How?
when I was very young. I think I was like 5.
Okay. Where were you living when you said, you know what, I think I want to start learning music?
I was living in Ville Platte, and I had gotten a guitar for my 7th birthday. I started taking private lessons, and I've been taking private lessons ever since.
Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
The first thing I ever wrote was like just a short, like a chorus. I didn't really do anything with it, but I don't remember anymore, but it was just like a short thing.
Okay. What inspired you to write it? I'm curious. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. First song you wrote for this album that you just finished?
Painted Gray.
Painted Gray. Tell us what the song is about.
It's like about someone who is not like in a good spot in their life, and then they meet someone who helps them out of that. And yeah.
Okay. Just basically, you meet a new friend and they help you. That's pretty much it. Is it one of your favorites because it's the first?
Yeah, I've played it so much now though, but I still like it a lot.
Okay. You play around Acadiana.
Yes.
Where do you play?
Play at restaurants mostly. I've played at Posadas and Coyote Blues.
Okay.
Played at a festival before.
Okay. Which festival?
The Louisiana Tabasco Festival.
Okay. The one that they had at Acadian Village.
Yes.
Okay. What is some of the reactions of people from your music from Acadiana? I'm just curious. Like, what do they come up to you and say?
I think they're mostly surprised at how young I am, and they like my original music.
Yeah, your original music is very good. And tell them how old you are.
I'm 14 years old.
Okay. Are you about to be 15?
I'm going to be 15 in March.
Okay. Okay. So I want to hear that song you were talking about.
Okay.
So everybody, this is Alyse Young.
Many blurry images shattered in my mind, all so identical, love left behind. I want to feel the warmth of happiness alive. I want to adore a meaningful life, basking in the freeze. Years fly by, a lost
was pretty good.
Thank you.
It was pretty good. I have to ask, how old were you when you wrote that song?
I was 13. It was last year.
So basically, you just wrote a whole album in a year.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's impressive.
Thank you.
You know, there's quite a few talented people in Acadiana. Words can't express how sometimes I can, you know, some of the musicians I've met under the age of 18 in Acadiana really, they blow people away. They really do. Like, you know, last night I could tell there was a huge reaction from a huge marching band crowd. They called it band. It was like maybe 3 marching bands at St. Thomas More last night. They call them band-berees. I think they're going to start doing it. And there's clearly a lot of musicians in this area. I think some may be inspired the same way you did to do what you're doing. Because clearly some of the songs that you're writing, they're very good.
Thank you.
You know, they're very thought-driven, and I'm glad to see somebody's doing it at your age. So, is there anything about that song when you wrote it that you can share with the people, kind of to make them, or any of the songs that you wrote, that any stories that you could share to let them know, you know, this is the song, this is why I wrote it, anything?
I don't really, from that song, it was mostly just from like watching other people. It's not like a personal song, but I wrote it during like school, during class, and I wrote it in one day. And then on the bus, I was listening to like chords, and I came up with the chords on the way home. So that was pretty cool.
So basically,
at school,
during social studies or something, that song happened. You know, that's interesting to me. So, and then on the way home on the bus in Youngsville, that happened. So, that day that someone went to Rouse's and they passed you on the bus, you were writing a song. That's the kind of stuff that makes me kind of giggle a little bit, you know? Like that guy was complaining in traffic, you were writing a song on a bus. Okay. Is there any other songs that you find that the people come up to you and go, that song is my favorite?
Maybe Bass Drum. I have a song called Bass Drum.
What is the name of your new album?
Unrequited Love.
Okay, Unrequited Love.
Yes.
Okay. What does that mean?
Love that is not returned.
Okay. Okay. Impressive. How many songs are on this album?
10 songs.
Okay. And it was also recorded in Scott, Louisiana with Travis Mott.
Yes.
Okay. Travis Mott's favorite song was
Painted
Gray, the one that you played earlier. What are you going to play now?
I'm going to play Bass Drum, which is a song that is a lot of people's favorites.
Okay.
Cool kids after night falls, whispers in the dark, I'm as high as my hopes once used to be. Pass around the secret, shatter in my hands, I'm not used to feeling this free. Cool kids on the throne wearing crooked crowns, we don't have to try, just make our parents proud. This love game of hatred is all I know, it makes it easier to let go. And no one cares who I am or what I've done, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum. No one can see who I am or who I become, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum. Seconds in a hallway, the lights are dim, the glint in his eyes caving in. We are in this world just to leave again, on the way they want us to make a friend. Seconds in a courtyard, I followed him, I whispered I love you cause that's what we did. We say things we know are not true because life is a game that we all lose. And no one cares who I am or what I've done, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum. No one can see who I am or who I become, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum. And life's a game that we all lose. Life's a game that we all lose, but I'm gonna win. And life's a game that we all lose. Life's a game that we all lose, but I'm gonna win. And no one cares who I am or what I've done, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum. No one can see who I am or who I become, because we're all numb, breathing with the bass drum.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Who have people told you that you sound like?
I don't know, not Colby Calais.
Mm-hmm.
I've really heard a lot. They haven't compared me with a lot of people.
Okay. Has Travis Mott said anything to you that was, like just what he thought? I'm curious because I can't ask him right now.
I think he was just, I don't know, I think he was impressed by how young I was and how I was writing really, like, meaningful songs.
Right.
And he liked my tone.
Yeah. I mean, because you're playing without a mic and you're playing in a room. It's a pretty cool room, but it sounds great. It does. It's very impressive to me. I think it's going to impress a lot of people that see it too. What inspired you? Like who I guess, are there, like, who's in your CD player right now? Let me ask you that. And if it's you, you can say it.
Like Lord and Taylor Swift, Lana Del Rey, Ed Sheeran.
Okay. Anyone from the past? I'm just curious.
Not really.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Alyse, thank you.
Thank you.
For taking the time to come here and do this and tell people a little bit about you. Your album will be out next week.
Yeah, next.
And will they be able to get it on iTunes or?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be on iTunes.
Okay. Very good to meet you.
Thank you.